Hello, everyone. Tough act to follow there. My name is Adil Ibrahim. I'm founder of Copilot Strategy. It's a learning strategy consulting firm which helps small and large companies set up a learning function or set up a learning program. Now, in the advent of current space of technology, there is more and more virtual learning happening. And how many of you have ever been on the receiving end of a virtual learning experience that just dragged on and on? And I've certainly been there. Come to tell the truth, I've even created some of those virtual learning experiences that just dragged on and on, and I wasn't so good at my job at that time. But there came a time when we needed to do more with virtual learning, and we didn't have time to create more content. We needed to create more contact. And so that's what I want to help you do, not to create more content or buy more content or redo all of your virtual learning, but to inject some contact into it. And so, how do we do that with soul? And what does soul mean? Excuse me. So, soul stands for making your virtual learning experience a little social. Peer learning, have some cohorts, and we'll tell you how to do that in a second. Having some ownership, inject ownership of the participant, the learner, your audience into the learning experience and create some unscripted experiences in this very scripted learning component. And then make it longitudinal, sustain the momentum of learning by making it go beyond just that e-learning module. Okay, so a little example here. We had a manager training program. Managers were all over the world. And we had about 3,000 managers to train. And the mandate was, hey, you're going to become a manager. You've been selected for promotion, but it won't be official until you complete the 6-week long program. A few hours a week over the course of 6 weeks. We had 100% completion rate because they want that title. We had phenomenal smile sheets of, yeah, everything was good, 5 out of 5 on all of our surface level metrics. But when it came to behavior change, we had really low numbers, close to 0% sometimes, because people were clicking through this training module and just getting it done so they can tell compliance that they're ready for their new title. And so what we needed to do was elevate our learning, but we couldn't create more content. This is before the age of synthesia and AI, and we couldn't quickly update stuff. So what we did was create an experience around the content. So we made it more social. How did we do that? We had these large cohorts of 50 people per cohort, and then we had sub cohorts of 12 to 15 people, and then we had mini cohorts of 3 to 4 people cohorts. And in your 3 to 4 person cohort, you would send 60-second buddy notes of an aha moment that you had or an insight that you had. And it was required to send a thing. But if you didn't have an aha moment, then a question of something that you're battling with. And then you would get that back and see what your others in your peer group are also having aha moments or having questions about. And then you have an opportunity to answer others' questions or have an aha moment yourself. Okay. And then we injected some ownership. So within your small 3 to 4 person cohort, you would also share via email or via chat or however you want to of what you're going to implement tomorrow. What will you try tomorrow? So maybe it's a difficult conversation you're going to address. Maybe it's not using the feedback sandwich and having some other feedback methods that we talked about. So what will you try tomorrow? Having some ownership, having accountability. And then making an unscripted piece. So when you try the thing out tomorrow, whatever the thing is, what happened? Did it work? Did it not work? Note it down. So have those field notes and bring those field notes then to the longitudinal part of this, which is having a little campfire. So on a bi-weekly basis, we would get together in your middle-sized cohort, which is a 12 to 15 person cohort, and share what's worked, what hasn't worked. And this can happen through Teams, Zoom, virtually, in person, however you want it. Uh, it can even happen asynchronously where you put it on a Google Drive, Google Doc, and share it with people what has worked, what hasn't worked, and others in your 12 to 15 person group. I'll take maybe 15 more seconds, can give you feedback on what has or hasn't worked for you. And when we did this, we didn't have to create more content, we didn't have to hire more people. We simply added more contact, and really behavior change is the first thing we saw impacted on this. So I'll leave you with that. A little bit over my 5 minutes, but yeah, thank you all for having me.